Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get a new free diamond Rozier. Well, for absolutely free. He's just a reward for doing agendas, and I'm going to talk through real quickly how to do those agendas, the quickest way to probably effectively get the card, and all of those things for those of y'all who like to add those free diamond agenda cards. We haven't gotten one of them in a while. The last one I think was DeAndre. We got Daryl Griffith before that, but yeah, this is just a easy way to add a nice diamond player to your collection, and especially if you're a no money spent player, definitely something you might want to knock out and try to get done. Before we wrap up this video, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 3,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already. If you do, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and check out how to get this Rozier. So if you scroll down to moments 1122, you see that if you complete these 10 agendas, these 10 agenda items, you can get this diamond Rozier for absolutely free. And Tjayerrday looks like a solid card. Definitely a guy who I think a lot of people could consider adding to their squads. He's a good shooter. He can dunk. He's defensively solid. Definitely looks like a decent all-around card with the ability to get some good badges as well. I can pull up his stats and look at the card toward the end of the video. But before we look at what the card is actually looking like, I'm just going to talk through each of these agendas. The first one is to get 14 assists with Nets players over multiple triple threat or triple threat online games. This is something you could do in 2 triple threat offline games. Just throw a cheap Nets player in there and basically get that done in triple threat as quickly as possible. 5 blocks with Hawks players, same thing. Probably something you can get done in triple threat offline relatively quickly in 1 or 2, maybe 3 games of triple threat offline. Get 1 double-double with a Suns player in a single game. Again, this is another agenda you can knock out in one of these same triple threat offline games. You just throw a Suns player in there, make sure you get 10 points with them, and then get 10 rebounds as well. If you could use preferably a center, somebody who's tall like a Dario Saric or a DeAndre Ayton, or somebody along those lines who's a Suns player but relatively tall, that would make it easier to get those rebounds. But that's probably what I would recommend doing as well, because you can knock that out again in one of those same triple threat offline games. Then 23 rebounds with 76ers players. This one may take a little bit longer, but again, I don't think it'll take too long. Rebounds are not that hard to get in triple threat offline as well. Again, I mean, I feel like if you throw in a 76ers player, this is something you can again get done in, I don't know, 2 or 3 triple threat offline games. If you get matched up with a triple threat offline team that's a bunch of short guards, like point guards and shooting guards, and you have a 76ers center in there, like an Embiid or something, honestly, you can just throw out bad shots and he'll get most of the rebounds, and you can really get this down, even potentially in a game or 2. Desmond Bane points. Scored 28 points with Grizzlies players over multiple triple threat or triple threat offline games. Again, another one of those. It'll take you 2 games in triple threat offline. You're going to wind up having to do probably 6 triple threat offline games from what I'm seeing so far, maybe 7 or 8. But this is definitely going to take a little bit, I can tell, because some of these challenges are going to, like, 109 points with Pacers players. Again, this is 5 triple threat online games right there, or offline, I should say. 4 3-pointers with a power forward in a single challenge game. You can probably knock this one out in well, actually, I say that there is a challenge that you can do, and I forget which challenge it is, but there's a challenge somewhere in here that's like a 60-point challenge, and I forget which challenge it is. It might be one of these. I'm not sure if it's one of these or where it is, because I haven't done any XP this season, but I know there's a challenge in here that's like a 60-point challenge. It might be a skill challenge. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a 60-point challenge that you can do in one of these challenges. And again, I forget where it is, but there's like a 60-point challenge that you can do that will make it easier to complete these agendas once you finish the ones that are like required to do in triple threat online or triple threat offline. And that 60-point challenge will definitely make it easier to score points. For example, you could do the blocks challenge in that one because it's not limited to triple threat online. This one's it's also a challenge, so you can knock this one out in that same game. And then this one, 3 triple threat or triple threat offline games doing 3 Celtics players. There's nothing else to that. You're just going to want to knock out those 3 triple threat games as quickly as possible using 3 Celtics players. Then Rozier 3s, 8 3-pointers with a shooting guard in a single game. Again, I think that's another one you could knock out in one of those 60 challenge games. Potentially do it with a Pacers player as well to add to those points that you're scoring with the Pacers players, or you could do it with a Grizzly player as well, although that one won't work because you can't hit 8 threes in a triple threat online game. So I would definitely recommend doing that with a Pacers player, just to knock those 2 out at the same time, because it doesn't say what team you have to do it with. And then this one says 32 points with Hornets players over multiple triple threat or triple threat offline games. So again, that's going to be one that you're going to have to knock out in triple threat, but again, will only take you to about 2 games to knock out. So that being said, a lot of these challenges can be combined. Like, you can knock out points challenges along with rebound challenges, for example, or the blocks challenge, or a double-double challenge, or assist challenges. All these challenges can be knocked out in, I'm not even sure what word I'm looking for, but together. They can be knocked out while you're doing one challenge. You can be knocking out 2 or 3 challenges in the same game, which will make it easier to complete these challenges and get this Tjayerrday as easily as possible. Also, in addition, each of these challenges are worth 500 XP. If you haven't gotten KG yet, which for me personally, I'm not actually getting KG this season, but I know a lot of y'all are, and some of y'all may not have him yet. And if y'all don't have KG yet, this is a free 5,000 XP that really is not going to be very hard to attain either. This is the type of thing that I think will take an hour or 2 to complete, get you a free diamond player, get you a bunch of XP. And to me personally, that just sounds like a very just a good thing to do in general. So yeah, definitely recommend you get this done, whether you're grinding XP or whether you're a no money spent player and want to add a diamond point guard to your lineup. So hopefully this does help you out. Before we end this video, I am going to pull up Rozier's stats and badges and just take a look at the card real quickly. So let's hop over there and do that, and then we'll wrap up the video back over here. All right, let's take a look at Scary Terry over here on 2KDB. This website, for those of y'all who don't know, is by far the best website for 2K related things, looking at cards, figuring out what badges had the cards, all of those things. But 2KDB over here, you can look at this Scary Terry card. He's a 95 offense, 83 defense, only 6'1", but he does have a 6'8" wingspan, which is definitely a pretty solid wingspan for a point guard. All 5 hotspots from outside the 3-point line, which is definitely nice as well. 93 speed and excel, 93 speed with the ball, 92 shot 3, and 85 driving dunk, and then 84 perimeter, 87 lateral quickness, and 84 steal. So statistically, he's super solid. I think statistically, he's a top point guard in the game. Badge-wise, he's not bad either. Doesn't come with any defensive badges. So if you're going to add badges to this card, that's definitely where you're going to want to add them, whether that's an ankle braces, a ball stripper, a clamps, a menace, pick dodger, pogo stick. You probably want to add 5 of those badges. Definitely add the clamps badge, the menace badge, pick dodger, and maybe pogo stick, and then consider adding 1 more, whether that's an ankle braces, ball stripper, pickpocket, something along those lines. But definitely want to add defensive badges to this card if you're going to badge him out. Otherwise, playmaking badge-wise, he comes very complete. Almost every playmaking badge on gold, and you can upgrade 3 of the 4 silver badges to gold as well. Then looking at the shooting badges, he comes with 4 Hall of Fames for catch and shoot, clutch shooter, volume shooter, and mismatch expert. Mismatch expert on a 6'1" guard is really nice, because the way mismatch expert works is it only triggers when you're basically shooting over somebody who is 3 inches taller than the player you're shooting with, or taller, yeah. So basically anybody who's 6'4" or taller who's guarding Terry Rozier will basically be a lot easier to green shots against and a lot easier to make shots against when you're shooting over them, because of this Hall of Fame mismatch expert badge. It's a really good badge, and will definitely help you to green a lot of contested shots with him, knock down a lot of tougher shots with this Terry Rozier, which is definitely a very valuable badge to have, especially on a short guard. Additionally, it comes with gold blinders, gold chef, gold deadeye, gold green machine, hot zone hunter, lucky number 7 sniper, etc. And then also comes with the one thing that really hurts this card, I think, is the fact that he doesn't come with the limitless spotted badge, is what I'm trying to say. That definitely hurts the value of the card just a little bit, because that limitless spotted badge is definitely a nice badge to have. Thankfully, he does have chef still, which will help him out, because he is going to be a guard, so he's going to be handling the ball a lot. So having that chef badge, which is the off dribble 3s, is going to help him out a lot. Then when you look at the finishing badges, he comes with acrobat, fast switch, giant slayer, posterizer, slithery, teardropper, unstrippable, etc. So he comes very complete on the badge side. He's got over 40 total badges. Can also get several defensive badges that will help level this card up. So overall, statistically, badge-wise, he looks really good. Then his jump shot 107 is a very nice jump shot. It's the same jump shot as Lou Dort, Jordan Clarkson, a couple of guys like that. It's super easy to green. The only problem that I see with this card legitimately is the fact that he has the base dribble style, and I think that is the biggest thing for me that's going to prevent me from grinding this card. If he had a really good dribble style, I think this card would be worth grinding for. I think he'd be on the same level as a guy like Steve Francis. Unfortunately, with the base dribble style, that's going to hold this card back. So for me personally, I am not going to be grinding for this card. Now, if you are a budget player and you don't have any elite point guards, this is definitely a card that you might want to consider grinding. So this video might be more for you. But for me personally, because of the base dribble style, not a card I personally am going to grind for, but definitely a guy who I think on paper looks really solid, and a card that a lot of people could grind for. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully it did help you out. If it did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.